So back at Tumley Loft Stud on the 16th of December 2019. This is one of the videos in a series of videos I've done this winter, preparing for and getting the birds ready and laying for the 2020 breeding season. We're back in this section of Liam boars in front of us. As you can see, all nice, quiet and calm. Everybody sitting on eggs. All of these pairs in here laid within the 15 days that we aim for. It was just this one in the middle that was a little bit later than the rest, laid on the 15th day of being paired, box number 8. Don't know why she took a little bit longer, same pair as last year, but and not old or young. But then over there, what we got, box 6, far left in the middle, that's a 10-year-old hen. Another 10-year-old hen in box 10, all on eggs. And other than the ones that laid before 9 days of being paired, every egg's fertile in there. Box 15, second one up on the right hand side from the bottom there. He's a 10-year-old cock and is a yearling hen laid at only 6 days of being paired. That was always going to be a big risk with a yearling hen as well. And an older cock, they're not fertile, unfortunately. But what we do, people ask us about floating eggs and under-sitting youngsters or whatever. We don't, as a general rule, float eggs or under-sit birds. Every pigeon here has to earn its perch, and earning its perch has to be more than just rearing youngsters. They need to breed performance pigeons, and that's what we're after. So unless they do that, they're of no use to us. So we don't do that as a general rule. But in the first round, where we have more infertile eggs than any other round, just because of the time of the year, age of some of the birds being paired, and the speed that some of the hens lay, what I tend to do with these is I will float eggs from our top pairs under some of these birds. So, for instance, what I would do is box 15 there, the cock that's with a yearling hen. I don't like yearlings to not go through the full process, especially hens. So I will float a pair of eggs under there and let them rear some babies, because I think it's very important that the first round of birds, or first round of eggs for a yearling hen, all go to plan, because then the rest of the year it runs smoothly. If I was to take those eggs away now from box 15 there and let the hen go down again and see if the cock will fertile, they may not be fertile. I may be just wasting another pair of eggs from that pair because of his age and the time of the year. If I let them sit now, it will be the end of January, or middle to end of January, before they lay again. The hen has a nice rest. The hormones and everything kick into action with the cock and the hen, because they'll have reared 1 or 2 babies, depending on which eggs I put under there. If I remove them now, like I just said, then also the hen might not go down straight away, because she's got disappointed by her eggs disappearing, and maybe the cock's not going to drive her enough. I now, because everything's on eggs in the stud, other than the ones that still haven't laid, because we are 15. Middle of the pairing up, in terms of it takes us 3 days to pair up, so it's 15 days for most of them today of being paired. So we still have some that haven't been paired the full 15 days. Yeah, basically, if we was to take them away now, they just might not go down again because of the time of the year. He might not bother driving her. There's no conditioning seed, which is what I was going to say, in the food anymore. I want them to sit nice and quiet like they are. Frost last night, ice on the top step, as my daughter found out this morning, unfortunately slipped off the top step and has hurt her bottom. So like I say, I don't tend to float eggs, but at this time of the year I shall float off of our top pairs under the ones that aren't fertile. Next year, I think I've got to learn my lesson and remove eggs that are laid before 8 days of being paired. Our fertility rate will increase dramatically, because not most, but the highest proportion of unfertile eggs are laid in that period of time. I'm candling now through to the 11th of December, when the first egg was laid. Like I say, it's the 16th today, and fertility rate is shot up, because that's 10 and 11 days after they've been paired, which is perfect. We aim for 90% or 90 to 95% of laid within 15 days. We're at 87% today. Like I say, some of them have still got tonight to go to lay, so we'll hit the 90% target, which is fine. A lot of the birds have got an excuse that haven't laid. Most of them are yearlings or older birds, but as in the section I'm stood in here now, I'll turn around. The other section of laying boars here. I'm a bit annoyed with myself because this pair here and this pair here, I've had to lock away again. Quite unusual that I do this, but I'd taken my eye off the ball and hadn't realised that both these are yearling hens, and they'd fallen out of love with their cockbirds in this period of time. So effectively I've got to repair them. This hen here in box 6 is really not that interested in her cock, and I shall possibly swap her out. Whereas this pair here, the hen and the cock are quite happy. I only done this yesterday and they look quite keen. So I've got a few pairs that have either messed around like this, or just took a while to pair. I had 3 yearling hens lay last night in the loft behind this one, and they were all a bit slow to pair up, but that's fine. That's going to happen. They're animals, not machines. So in here we've got the 3 pairs that haven't laid yet, which is these 2, and really that's my fault. Frustrating, but nothing can do about it. And as you can see, bottom left has no eggs at the moment. Now that hen is only a 2016 hen, but she's renowned for being a slow layer, and unfortunately this is probably one of the hens that's got to be given away or sold off very cheaply. She's extremely well bred, but we can't have pigeons taking this long to lay. She's looking like she will lay. I know she's not there now, but her back's up, so I think she will lay tonight or tomorrow, which is okay. It's not bad, but that's 3 years in a row now she's been too slow for me. Unlike this pigeon here in box 12, the middle there of the ones that we're looking at, second up from the bottom, second from the left, she laid way too early, and it was on the 4th, which was 5 days after they'd been paired, and I thought I'd risk it because it was the same pairing as last year, but they're not fertile, either egg. So she will be one that I will take the eggs away and let them go down again, because she's so far ahead of anything else. If I float anything under her, like on the eggs that were laid on the 10th, which is when most of our main breeders that we would like to float eggs from laid, they're going to be too far apart for her to sit. So I should take eggs away from pairs, because we're fully booked with the Janssens, and the boars are not far off with the others, so we can't afford to wait too long for other birds to, for those birds to sit them eggs out and go down again. But what I do is the ones that haven't fertiled at all and are of the right age to go down again, I will take away all on the same day, so we get a batch of youngsters come out all close together. This will coincide with the floating of other eggs, to make sure that we get a bunch of birds come away at the same time. Disappointing with some of them. No idea why some haven't gone down yet. Others, most of them have got an excuse, but I'm pretty sure tonight we'll be at the 90% target, which is what is our minimum, between 90 and 95%. But I did know this was possibly going to happen this year, because I've introduced more younger birds into the stud than I've ever done before. So it was always going to be a problem. Pairing up has been actually very, very easy in most respects, but with the yearling hens, most of them are going to take a little bit longer. Anyway, I'm candling the eggs, like I say. This is the video for today. I possibly won't do too many more videos now because obviously we're leading up to Christmas and the New Year. In between Christmas and New Year we'll have our first youngsters hatch. Hopefully I shall do some more videos around then. I was hoping to video a hen laying, but just haven't had the time. Because these birds, with the lights being on so early in the morning, they lay around 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon for us. So it's quite an easy time to see most of the birds laying, but just haven't had the time. Customers, pigeons, deliveries of corn, family. So there we go. Around about the 10-minute mark for the video again. Don't like to make them too long because you get bored. Anyway, see you in a few days' time. Hopefully the next time I see you, or you see the stud, will be when we've got some squeakers. A day or two old, hopefully, if I can time it right. Have a good Christmas, everybody.